Hello, we are the Damsels game. The Damsels are three lady gamers who like to play games and then we talk about them. Mythery and Lessah have finally cured their Ark Survival Evolved addiction by replacing it with a Conan Exiles addiction. Hopefully Sahba can shed some light on what is happening in the real gaming world. Thanks so much for listening, and this week the Damsels game is sponsored by Severed Limbs. There are endless uses for these things. You can feed them to your animals and also cook with them. All you have to do is, well, you know, chop, chop, chop. And the Damsels game is recorded live on Sunday, what's today? February
the 20th.
20th? This is our 161st show. We put out shows whenever we can. You can listen via our YouTube channel. You can listen to our links off of our website, damselsofddo.com. And you can follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/thedamselsgame. And I hate to say this, Sahba, but we are searchable on Spotify. I found us and listened. Okay. I'm sorry.
We're not even going to go there.
Okay, we're not, but we're on Spotify. I'm just saying.
Take us off.
I knew that.
I don't know how. I'm sorry, I'm not that savvy.
Not gonna happen. We're just
anyway,
sorry.
Anyway, you can...
Neil Young can take himself off of Spotify.
And we can't.
What is wrong with you?
He has a PR team. He has a PR team.
Yeah, that's true. Lessah can't even make her type bigger.
It's true. It's true. It's so
true. Zoom.
He does.
He has people.
Yeah. Are you sure it's not him doing it? Oh, I'm so... Lessah, you need a person.
Oh my God. So welcome to the show. Rentapone and Tyrannos are two good friends.
Hello. Yeah, we're all right.
They are here to talk to us.
She did not say you were all right.
Our two mediocre friends.
No, she wasn't saying that they're good people. She said they were good friends. That's different. You guys listen to words.
Yeah, words are important.
Words are important. You're all right people, but good friends.
Did we get any emails this week?
We did. We got an email.
Oh, tell me.
From Kirk goes. He said all this talk of wyvern milk. So, unlike our good friend Tay, Kirk goes,
he actually watches our videos.
Watches the videos, yes. Reminds me of this vid about Hobbit milk missing from the books that you should watch if you've not already. So I put a link to the Hobbit milk video from J.R.R. Tolkien. It is pretty funny because he's up on stage talking about Hobbit milk and how to milk a hobbit and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God, no. Immediately no. I don't want to...
Milking?
No. I don't even want to picture it.
And the fourth book that was never up there.
Is it about hobbit milking? Is that why it got pulled from store shelves?
Trilogy.
They burned it. It's inappropriate reading.
And he says, I don't know how the word wyvern is supposed to be pronounced. You saying wyvern? That's how I say
they like wyvern?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I like wyvern. So
yeah, I think
it's a wyvern guy. I'm team wyvern.
I didn't know that it was such
always pronounced wyvern. So guys do it one way, girls do it another, and we have always done that.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
I'm not going to change.
It's not okay.
It's not okay.
It's not okay.
To each their own. All right. So we're going on to...
You clearly never played with Alexander.
I hope to talk about that at length.
And we don't like it, but on to videos.
On to videos and comments to videos.
We're going to go quickly through this until we get to the question of the day.
Yeah.
So, quest today, I'm up to episode 172.
Wow.
Today.
Yay!
Yesterday in Less's time. And Rent's time. Since our last episode, Sahba Jade has completed the assault and attack on Stormreach Chains, the Desert Caravan, Marauding Kobold. Had a lot of help from Zazo doing Necro. I didn't actually do the Necro 3 chain.
No, he did it. You piked.
Yeah, I did.
I saw that.
I did. Thank you for watching my video.
Yeah, I'm a good friend.
Damn.
Shots fired.
And I did the Harbinger of Madness chain. And do you guys remember that chain? At the end is the quest in the flesh, where it's pretty easy up to the very end fight where you get teleported to this area and
yes,
hold her.
Yes, and there's eggs and there's hiding and there's shooting and
exactly. So I did it by myself.
What? You soloed
it?
Died. Oh no,
I did not. And I was like, Zazo,
Zazo, please come and help me with this quest.
Yes.
Double late on the charm.
And we finished it. He died just at the last instant, and I was able to. And he's like, "You can do it." So
He's cheerleading you from the grave.
He was. So I wouldn't have finished it if it wasn't the two of us together, though. So I thank you for all your help, Zazu, in the past few weeks. And then I started on the road to Evening Star because there are a couple level 15 quests that do not have an epic version in Evening Star. So I want to do those. So I've done the first 2 quests.
Man, you are just draining all the possible XP on your wave up.
Yeah, I am. All right, so
Nice.
a lot of comments, so people can read those. And thank you for all your comments. I do read them, and I respond where appropriate. So how about you and your videos?
Right on. I've only put out a couple of new videos, and they're both, surprise, surprise, Conan Exiles related. So go watch as Mythery catches me red-handed trying to sneak all of the male thralls into my room. And go watch as we decide that there's a wrecked ship and there's a ship's captain in the wreck, and we decide to go and rescue him by making him one of our thralls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was a really good mission. We just decided to do it on the fly, and it just happened that Mythery we kidnapped one guy purposefully, the wrong guy, and then we kidnapped the wrong guy on accident. Because Mythery doesn't know the difference between men and women.
So,
Whenever they're both laying on the ground.
I see the captain. And I just saw
She was-
the name of the, because it has
Yeah.
their, like, the name of
The
their,
little
their
title.
group or whatever. Yeah.
They were laying
And
on
I
top
just
of
saw
each other.
that, and
I
so
have
I
two questions
grabbed.
about this. First, purposely on accident.
What?
Purposely on accident, you
Yeah.
got one guy. And then
Yeah.
on accident, you
Yeah.
got one guy.
Yeah,
I
the-
don't understand the difference.
Well, the
between
first guy we
purposely
came
on
across, we needed him. He was a cook, and we don't know how to cook, so we needed a cook to come and cook for us. So we knocked him out, and then we drug him back to the ship, back to our base, and then we came back. And then that's when we knocked out the captain and his guard, and Mythery accidentally took the guard. And we didn't realize until we were almost back home. And we were like, oh my god, this is the wrong guy. We've got the wrong guy. So we went back. We had to go back a third time.
Yeah,
and get the captain.
He was
And
still laying on
He
the
was
ground.
still laying on the ground. We just grabbed him and then we just freaking jumped off this big ledge into the water in the middle of the night, and it was really dark and scary. It was very cool. So go watch it. Go watch this on my YouTube
All right, and then
channel.
my second comment is, Mythery can't tell the difference between a male and a female, but she is so very heterosexual in that game.
It was very dark, and she was laying in the,
She was laying face down,
like,
and she was
yeah,
laying on
face
top of
down.
the captain.
and they kind of sink down into whatever they're on, so she was like laying in the floorboards of this.
So you were attracted to her until you found out she was a female.
Oh, she got catfished.
Never said I was attracted to either one of these things. I just grabbed the person. Leslie was like, get him, it's the captain. And I just grabbed the person that was laying there.
Okay. Just
It's
checking.
more about convenience than gender fluid.
Oh, I have to say,
That
she
would
had
be
some
Leslie.
really pretty hair.
She was
Her
beautiful.
hair.
She was really beautiful.
Lessons going after her.
We let her go. Anyway,
All
So
right.
what sort of
We
life
gave her her
lessons
freedom.
is this game teaching you?
um,
Like life skills? what is happening?
How to sever limbs.
yeah, severed
Yeah,
limbs,
Absolutely.
severed limbs. That
You knock somebody out?
this is what let's move into what we learned this week. I learned that Mythery and I, as soon as we decide to build something, we friggin' build it. That thing is getting built,
Right.
and nothing else is getting done until whatever it is we have decided to build gets built. And I don't know why it took me this long to learn it, because we've done it in many, many, many games. 7 Days to Die, Minecraft, Ark Survival Evolved, and now Conan Exiles, where we just go, okay, let's build this thing, and then whatever we think we need to basically triple it.
Okay.
We got to triple the floor plan, and that's enough room. That may be enough room, and then we have to have a second and sometimes a third floor. So there you go. Did you learn anything new this week, Myth? How many cats do we have?
I did. I learned that there are 9 types of kitties in Conan, and that I need to have one of each.
So you have met 9 types, or you looked it up and you found out there were?
I looked it up and I found out there's a lynx, there's a jaguar, there's something called a jungle claw, there's lions, there's mountain lions, there's panthers, saber-toothed tigers, plain tigers, white tigers.
I think we
I
have
have a
4.
white tiger and I have a jaguar.
Yeah, I think we've
What's a
got
jungle
4.
claw? They all sound interesting.
Within the game, you want to be the cat lady?
The crazy cat
Yes.
lady. Yeah.
I do.
Hmm.
We're the crazy bird ladies of Ark.
My
so-
white tiger is badass. Pounces on one thing, boom, it's dead.
All right. So, usually I find it difficult to remember what I
Yeah.
learned. And this week there were 3, and then as I was typing this, I realized I only remembered 2. So, gaming news, DDO. Did you know you can turn commendations of heroism that you get at the end of epic raids and stuff, not epic hero raids like the giant hold one. You can turn those into greater tokens of the 12 at Lahair in the 12.
Wait.
Yes. And you also got
Foundations of heroism.
yes. I learned that.
You don't
And
say.
why is this important? You can use those by talking to Lahair and getting +1 ability stats, but nah, that's a waste. You combine 5 of those with your Mantle of the World Shaper. So easily obtained by doing the entire 3-nil chain. Right?
So easy. She proved it.
Yes. And your Voice of the Master from Heroic Dolaris. You could also get that from Epics, but why would you do that? And then go to the Legacy Altar of Epic Rituals. Unpack down past Lahair towards lava and combine them to make the Master's Gift, which gives you 5% XP at level 1. An augment. That's pretty cool.
Is that what you did?
That is pretty nice.
Of course, I made a bunch of them. So all my characters have.
So you didn't do
At level
3-0
1.
just once. You did 3-0 a lot.
Well,
Like
a lot of my
87
characters.
times.
My characters already had a lot of them. The Masters. I mean, the Mantle of the World Shaper.
I
The
keep
one that-
those laying around that I'm not using.
Right. So trade in those commendations of heroism. You already have a voice and get your Master's Gift. On to non-gaming news. And those for those non-adults or sensitive to adult language, skip ahead a few minutes. So this is titled Rent Wins Battle of the Balls. Now I know. I know.
There's nothing adult about
Yeah.
balls.
I know my friends like to talk about their ballsiness, but really, Rent, sending a message to our group about how everyone prefers your balls in their mouths. Besides congrats going out, I believe I'm the only one that has said I would have not chosen to eat your balls. Is that correct? So, Rent, do you want to explain all this?
Well, you say that now, but have you tasted my balls?
I do not. I do not like balls.
But, see,
And
but
everybody that knows me knows I don't like those type of balls. So please
Well,
explain.
So, my meatballs are a mixture of ground beef, veal, and pork, but the
Ooh.
secret ingredient is sweet Italian sausage and soy sauce.
The Korean sons of Italy.
Yes. So, being the Korean son of Italy, it was like a little bit of a doping scandal.
Doping scandal.
That's
Soy sauce.
Yeah, because soy
Wait.
sauce, it was a banned substance in Italian meatballs. It might as well use like a pot of MSG.
Oh my god.
so
But,
I still wouldn't, even though you're grounding up sausage, I still wouldn't like it because it's the grinding bit that I don't like.
Oh, real? Is it the texture?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Because one of the winning things was the texture. Because they sometimes you get a meatball and it's kind of leaden. It's a little heavy, or sometimes it's too spongy. I'm right in between. So anyway, it was an epic battle of meatballs, and I didn't think I'd win because I'm not traditionally Italian. I know I'd fool a lot of people. I
Yeah,
won't,
you have that
regardless.
heavy
Italian
Philly
accent. I know.
Italian accent
Yeah.
too.
Exactly.
So when you go to Gen Con this year, are you going to bring some of your balls so they can taste them?
Please do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What?
That and tomato
Really?
pie.
Oh my god.
You've talked about
Tomato pie, yum.
so many
Tomato
times,
pie.
and I've never heard of it or had it outside of hearing your stories.
Tomato pie is a Philly thing. So, and like I said, my friend who's Italian is from Connecticut, but they don't do tomato pie up there. So, if any of your listeners are from the East Coast, around the Philadelphia area, they'll know tomato pie. For those who don't know what tomato pie is, it's kind of like Sicilian pizza. It's square, it's very doughy, and then it's just got a layer of tomato sauce and powdered cheese and it's served cold. So
It sounds
is-
terrible.
right. Well, on paper, it sounds
I don't know.
terrible, but
You know,
You can-
but tomato-based items, they to me, they seem to get better
Cold.
when they're cold and the longer they sit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Put it in the fridge
So-
for a few days and it's
But
better.
Myth, you can
like everything has
you
time
can
to meld
make
together.
adjustments to it.
yeah. But
Add some
tomato pie,
onions. Add some,
peppers.
peppers.
Is it a solid? Is
Solid.
it has the
Pie.
consistency of an actual pie, or
Yeah.
Like
could.
like
Yeah.
gooey in the middle and then the crusty outside? Like
no. The bread is just thick. I'm trying to think of what the equivalent would be. But like a deep dish pizza. You know how thick the crust is on deep dish pizza,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Chicago style pizza. Imagine that, except cold
Hmm.
and chewy, and then just a layer of thick, sweet tomato sauce, and then just powdered cheese on top of that. So anyway, Gen Con, I'll bring some.
Please do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if you're
So-
flying in. I mean, that'll be fine.
I forgot I'm flying in, so it's not gonna happen. But regardless, thank you for asking about my balls.
You're welcome.
We're also concerned.
Rumors, news, and lies.
That was not a lie. He's very ballsy.
He's-
Yeah. Very proud of my balls. Thank you.
oh my god.
Aren't we all?
He's going balls out.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I had to get one in.
All even.
Balls
I
to the
told
wall.
you. Skip ahead a couple minutes. So we're talking about Rin's balls. All right, so we're skipping all the way down to game news.
Yay.
Just a couple. Snow Peak DDO, Snow Peaks Festival ends tomorrow, and then a producer's letter came out because we have a new producer in DDO. It's Talera. She's been playing the game for a while, been in behind the
Yay.
scenes for a while, so congrats to Laro. And she also talked about a whole bunch of stuff in the letter. Like, in the Snow Peaks Festival, I don't know if you guys have been playing or trying this festival, but usually it's downhill slope. That's still there. But they also put in a challenge where you could do this climb. It sucks. That's all I'm going to tell you. You have to climb different things. But the only good thing about it is if you climb to this one thing and you get to the chest and you fall on the next part, you go back to that chest. There's also a secret area to get a eternal flask, which is really like a dart, a level 30 dart. But if you don't know about it, you don't know about it, so you don't know to go there unless somebody tells you about it, which is kind of crazy. So I did it once, not gonna do it again. Not worth falling. Absolutely not. Then she talks about the next content, which is going to be update 53, level 7 heroic, 32 legendary. It's set in the Feywild, and it's free to VIPs, and everybody else has to pay for it in the video store. And then the 16th anniversary. This is big news, where they're giving away for free all the races and classes that come from the core D&D Player's Handbook. So if you don't have them, and you're a free-to-play or premium, they're going to be free to you once the 16th anniversary comes out. And if you have already paid for them, they're going to give you a gift of Greater Elixir of Discovery for every class or race that you already own prior to the anniversary patch, which is kind of cool.
So what city or what races do non-VIPs own by default?
No.
That they do not, by default, they own halfling, human, elf,
No dwarf,
dwarf. Yes.
no half elf.
No, they do not get half elf.
Really?
Or
So
drow.
the ones they're going to get are gnome, half elf, half orc, drow, wood elf, dragonborn, tiefling, and the classes they will get are druid, monk, warlock.
Interesting.
Now some of those you can earn in the game because the one I already bought monk because I have monks, but the ones I didn't earn are warlock, and then I earned gnome somehow. Drow you can earn, half elf I don't have, half orc I don't have, wood elf I don't have, dragonborn I don't have, and tiefling I got that with an expansion pack. So that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Then for VIPs, you're gonna get free gold rolls through the end of the year.
Of what?
Every day. Every day.
What? You're
Yeah.
kidding me.
No.
Free gold rolls every day through the end of 2022.
Yes. Once the 16th anniversary rolls out.
That's insane.
What?
Yes.
They're
I
gonna have to
actually,
drop the loot tables. They're gonna have to nerf them. There's no way.
No, it's like that pack that you could have bought a couple years ago. If you paid up front for a few years, you got free gold rolls for a year. Same thing.
That's insane.
Yep.
I finally got 100 on my gold roll just the other week.
What'd you get?
A +8 tome. A
very nice.
+8 tome. It was amazing.
Which one?
I believe it was Khan. It was.
Oh, that's nice.
It was super useful. Oh, that was crazy. But yeah, of all the years I've been playing DDO, first time I got 100 on a gold roll, and it was a super appropriate.
See, I did that where I bought the thing and I got gold rolls every single day, and I did really well on my gold rolls. I got so many hearts of wood that I
Really?
still have some in the bank, and I got a lot of tomes, and yeah, Zazo did the same thing, and he doesn't think it was worth it. His gold rolls sucked. So it's all about the luck. Yeah.
Man.
So good luck.
I've
you
gotten
guys.
100 in over the years, and it was on a silver roll, and I got a yoga outfit. I got a monk outfit that's like a
Yeah.
pastel green, and it's like flowing, and it's
Ew.
Good
except for
job.
the legs, it looks like yoga pants.
Yep. Get rid of it. Toss it right out of the bank.
I put it on once, and it's been sitting in the bank ever since.
I would throw it out.
You know, I don't want to do that. I'm not. I went to the rent school of packradism.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that
He's
Who
never
doesn't,
gonna
but-
throw it away.
Anything.
Yep.
I
I will
wish
talk
they would
about
do
that-
is come out with a wardrobe, like
Hang
a
on.
storage thing.
I'm going to talk about that in a sec. All right,
Oh,
in the
okay.
spring, they're going to come out with the Isle of Dread expansion, so everybody has to buy it. But that's going to include the new Tabaxi race. So everybody that plays this D&D, what is it, Tabaxi?
It's a
Isn't
cat
it?
person, isn't it?
I don't know.
The kitty cat?
I think it's a cat person.
Okay, that would be cool. So that's going to come
Maybe.
out in the spring. Later in the spring. And then they're going to increase the level cap to 32 as well.
What?
What? What comes after 30?
32.
31.
But
Then they're
What?
gonna.
They're
but,
gonna-
but in D&D, what comes after 30? Even
20 is what you're... Yeah. So
Well,
they have
right.
already said they're going to go up to 40. So this is the first increase. I think it's going to be 32, 35, 38, and then 40.
You're kidding me. That's
No, I am not
What?
kidding you.
what?
you just
they
blew
had-
my mind.
They mentioned this a while ago that they're eventually going to get to 40. So this is the first
Wow.
little step. All right, and then after this, they talked about blah, blah, blah. Oh, sorry. I'm
We
sorry.
talked about blah blah blah.
No, so specific.
Yeah, they talked about fixing lag. You see why I said blah blah blah? Yeah. They also talked about a new hardcore league. So
Blah, blah, blah.
what's that? There you go.
Wow.
They did talk about touching up Crystal Cove, and one of the things they didn't mention it here, but I heard this before. You will no longer need the map pieces to get into the cove. It's going to be open all the time, which is nice. It would be nice if they made the rewards relevant. So hopefully they'll do that. They're going to update a classic adventure pack to increase to the level cap. There's going to be a new adventure, new build options. They didn't say what that means. And they said they're going to update the character bank. There you go, Tay. They won't say it specifically. So maybe wardrobes. Wouldn't that be cool?
That sounds to me like they're just gonna give it more space.
Yeah. Not only will we be able to offer more bank space,
Yeah,
is what
give
they
you a
said.
closet on the guild ship.
they should give a
Right.
closet.
Put your clothes in.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Happy
want
to-
a wardrobe. It should be like a bag that you keep on
I
your
mean, they
person
have
or your
those
bank.
tabs in your character's sheet for different,
Yeah.
like for your pets and your
Yeah.
horses.
Why
They should
not
be
a
able to do
wardrobe?
that for wardrobe. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, 100% agree.
Yep.
I've been saying that for years now.
Well, there are a lot of things we've been saying for years, like yesterday Zazo and I had we've been 30 for a while on our characters that were TRing together, and he's like, I'm gonna go check and see if I have any sagas done, and it's like, wouldn't it be nice if you could just go somewhere in your character sheet and find out whether your sagas are completed or not? But you can't.
Right.
Hmm.
You have to run around to each of the different people
Right. And
all
be
over
like,
the world.
Yeah,
which ones
yeah,
have I
Would be
done?
nice.
What's next on my thing?
Yep.
that's a great point.
Right.
So,
So,
Sahba,
Well, I'm glad to hear they're coming out.
Tabaxi are cat people. Dex increases by 2 and Charisma increases by 1 for ability stats. But yeah, Tabaxi are cat people.
Oh, cool. Are they cute?
That would
Right?
make a good rogue.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Alright.
Have you ever seen an ugly cat person?
No.
In real life, I've never seen a cat person, so
I've
I
seen
can't.
so many cat people. We're talking to one right now. One of them is in this channel right now.
That would be Mythery.
Two of them. Sorry, two.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so Elder Scrolls Online. So we're switching gears here. Elder Scrolls Online. I already mentioned all this stuff last time, but High Isle is coming out June 6th. So check the link I put in the show notes. And Guild Wars 2. It's only 8 more days before End of Dragons arrives. They have lots of giveaways, and I put a link for that in the show notes. So on to our question of the show. And how we got to this question, I was talking to my friend Rooster C, who plays many games, but mostly all by himself. So he wanted some ideas for new games to play. And I suggested the two I just mentioned, Elder Scrolls Online and Guild Wars 2, both because they have great stories and they're very capable of being played solo. And so I gave him a bunch of reasons why I chose them. And then he asked me about Civ 6 because he's a Civ player and he's played for a while now. And I said most of us in our little group have bought Civ 6, but when I play, I play 5. And whenever I see you guys playing, it's usually 5 as well. After buying Civ 6, why do you more often than not play Civ 5?
Hey, do you want to take it?
Who wants to go first?
It's a landmine that you're stepping.
It is a landmine because you don't want to offend anybody, right?
Yeah.
You want to approach it very carefully.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
want
that
your honest opinion.
Civ 6 isn't a great game, but I think Civ 5 is better. It's older, but I enjoy it more. I didn't enjoy the shift to the cartoony aspects of the game whenever they came out with Civ 6. And I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it as much. I can't put my finger on exactly what the problem is, but Civ 5 will keep me playing until the sun comes up. Civ 6 won't.
Civ 5
more
is
turn.
a super, super comfortable sneaker. You just slide your foot in and you're good to go. Civ 6 is that shiny new pump. And it looks nice.
But it hurts?
But it kind of hurts.
You can't wear it for more than an hour?
But is that
Yeah.
because you've been walking around in the sneakers for so long?
Exactly. I've been in the sneakers
Right.
so long that I can't walk in the heels.
So Tay gave some stats about the new game last night, about how many people bought it or playing it or something. What were they?
Oh, I did that today at 10:40 right before we started, and there are 36,739 playing Civ 6 and 16,685 playing Civ 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Over twice
More-
as popular.
Wow.
Yeah, 100%
Right.
more
So something must
But-
be.
The question is, did those Civ 6 people ever play Civ 5?
That was yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So
Maybe they never
I
did.
have a theory to this. I'm willing to bet a lot of them have. I'm willing to bet more of them have.
Right. And you
Just
said it was
because-
shiny and pretty, right?
Yeah,
Well, it's cartoon.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the
it does look better.
I haven't seen it.
The game itself, the characters are cartoony. The characters of the
The
Civ
world
leaders,
leaders, yeah.
Yeah.
the
they
world leaders are super cartoony and kind of off-putting.
They are, absolutely.
You know? And I don't know why they chose that as an art style to make the world leaders.
Okay, have you ever played the one on
PlayStation.
PlayStation? Yes, absolutely. The whole thing is
I like
cartoon.
that one.
I didn't like it at all. It put me off.
Played it several
is it about
times,
it that
all the way
It's on
through.
PlayStation. It was on the PSP, right, or the whatever the handheld.
No, it was on the
No, on
PlayStation
the
as
TV.
well.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the sounds were off-putting, and everything was just, I didn't like it.
Build a rocket.
Cartoony too, or is it just,
Yes.
huh? Yeah, and I don't know why. I don't know why.
It
And the
was like
fact
not for serious-minded people. That's what put me off.
Oh.
I feel like they went for a broader market share of gamers, but those who are not as dedicated to the Civilization series. And there's nothing wrong with that.
But it's weird though because the mechanics seem not as approachable. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't see, like, somebody who's not familiar with Civ, like, falling into the mechanic. It just seems grindy and slow. You know what I mean?
You could finish the PlayStation game really fast.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, maybe...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Civ on the PlayStation, yeah, I don't know how that stacks up to 6.
I
feel like that they exchanged hiring a couple extra game developers for hiring a couple extra marketing staff members between Civ 5 and Civ 6. I don't feel like it's as in-depth of a game, but it's definitely reached a much greater share of people.
Right. I think you're right.
If I had to sum it up. But mechanically speaking, it's a very different game. It's prettier. It's not as in-depth. I can't get into it. I can't roleplay it like I do with Civ 5.
Right. But do you think we're not giving it enough of a chance because we don't understand its particular mechanic? The whole idea of how districts work and how those things have a synergy with the surrounding,
No. I was thinking about this earlier today when Sahba had reminded us of doing this chat. And I remember when I first started playing Civ 5, and I remember... You guys know, I think everybody listening to this, you pick up a game and you just know when it fits like a glove. It does something to you.
Like 7 Days to Die did that, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Civ did that to me. Conan has done that. You know, Ark has done that. Civ 6 never did that like Civ 5 did. I've had to force myself to continuously re-pick up Civ 6. I forced myself to play it for a good chunk of the day today, and I just quit it without saving while we were talking.
Ew,
And a
gross.
game should absolutely not
Yeah,
be
it should
work.
not do that to you.
I
Yeah.
didn't care about it.
And to be quite honest, I didn't play Civ 6 because Korea was a goddamn city-state, so... and you're gonna demote Korea to a city-state? Now they have since remedied that in the updates, but when the game was first released, Korea was a city-state, and I thought, my god, I am, what, Zimbabwe now? What? No.
It's a slap in the face.
It is.
It's still Zimbabwe.
I'm just saying, you know,
Doesn't want to be a city-state. He wants to be the Navy from the future.
I wanted turtle boats and cha.
You got the Huacha, though.
I would have wanted to be a fly on the wall the first time Tyrannos ever slipped into Alexander the Great in Civ 5.
Oh.
Like,
You've been there
like
so
it was
many times, though.
as if his soul was being taken over with all that beautiful wavy hair, and he suddenly becomes the worst person on the face of the earth. To the point
Kidding.
where I refused to play with him in the future. I said, I'm never playing Civ with you again
But-
unless we are in a team.
You didn't say that.
No, I actually refused outright and didn't play with him for the longest time,
Years.
and then started again only on the contingency that we could be working together because I just couldn't take Alexander's personality.
Mm-mm.
I thought you were a true role player.
Yeah, it was like Rosemary's Baby. He paid the Queen of Spain to go to war with me.
Don't forget Russia, too.
Oh my god. You had to just twist the knife.
Both of them.
Oh my god.
Same game.
So manipulative.
I know.
So evil.
I know.
While he
Evil
smiles,
day.
that
What?
grinning, winning smile. of his.
Grinning, winning smile, wavy hair, and then gets other civs to go to war with you and do his work for him.
Mm-hmm.
See, I just don't see him doing that in Civ 6. I don't see him slipping into that roleplay aspect where he can just dominate the board and then manipulate everyone around him, including the real people. And go and look at whoever has got the most points, whichever civ has got the most points. Yeah, we need to get those guys. We need to take him down.
Can't let
Wait,
them
whoa,
win.
you're saying I do that?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Guilty.
How could I do that if I'm always the one with the most points?
That's not always true in the beginning, but it is true in the end. Perfection.
Facts. He will not dispute these facts.
So, see, if Civ 6 had taken with us, we would be talking about Civ 6 like this, and we're not. We're talking about Civ 5 like it's your favorite jacket that's hanging in the closet, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, I'm just going to play for 50 turns, and then 100 turns later, you're like, oh man, I gotta go to bed. Rent's over here like my wife's going to divorce me.
And honestly, Civ 5 is the quintessential one more turn game. I'll just one more turn.
That's
and
all I
never
need.
Never that in 6.
You never get there.
So Civ has been that way ever since it came out. Civ 1, which they didn't call Civ 1 because they didn't know they were going to have more.
Mm-hmm.
But Civ 6 never captured that.
Right. Right. Never did. Never was that, I just needed one more milestone, one more, No, every turn was a slog and just, when will it end?
I just need to get to space.
But yeah, I think the developers really kind of dropped the ball going to 6. And
I will say, in 6's potential defense, I've never finished a game. And it's not because I don't want to. I try so hard to finish a game. And I just don't care enough to do it. I just don't care.
It doesn't engage you enough.
Yeah. And how do you put your finger on that? How do you make a game, you know what I mean? And that's the hard part.
Yeah.
How
How do
does
you
it
find your
influence you?
game G-spot? What a great title.
Your G-spot is in
2 fingers, curl them up.
Game
Just
spot.
curl them up.
So this whole episode is not for
Not safe for
adults?
work, not safe for young adults. Not safe for
anyone.
Sahba's family at all. Fierce friend.
way. I'm gonna have to put my hands over her ears.
I
She's
know.
just a young
Oh, poor baby.
retriever.
Poor baby.
I love it.
Alright, so did we answer the question of the show then,
I
Sahba?
think we did.
I think
What was
so.
the original question?
Why, after buying Civ 6, do you more often than not play Civ 5?
This is more fun!
Ultimately, I can't answer.
It's more fun! I
just
can't
don't
get
like
into
it.
Civ 6 and take... Listen, there's nothing more satisfying than having a civilization next to Alexander, taking your general over to his border, and just plopping a... Listen to him! He's already getting offended, and I haven't even finished the damn sentence. He's triggered. Like, you make that general into a fort, and all the rest of the tiles around there, including the shit on his side of the border, gets to be yours, and he gets so angry about it. Send
can't
profits
see.
to one of his cities or one of his city-states, and you are asking for so much
My
trouble.
eye just started twitching.
Don't you dare take a toy out of the box.
If your civilization lands, like if you settle a city too close to his territory, he will become so offended. And too close means on the same continent or in the same game. That's too close.
Oh, God.
You know, but I feel like we've gotten. I feel like I've gotten better at this over time.
You've grown as
Let me plop a city on your border and see what happens. Your head will explode.
You're right. It will absolutely explode.
You'll be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, maybe you guys have gotten better at this over time, where we just outright
Sure.
declare at the beginning of this and just say, "I won't cross this river if you don't cross this river," and things tend to go okay then, usually.
Usually.
Dictating terms.
Yep. He's always dictating terms, always wheelie to dilly.
Control myself.
He
It's
can't.
basically saying, if you don't let any more people into the NATO, then I won't do this, and take those people you just let into NATO in the past 15 years out of NATO, and then we'll be fine.
Are you comparing me to Russia? Right
Sorry.
Oh, I don't think I
Is that
did
what you're
that.
trying
Does
to do?
anybody think I did that?
No.
I'm
No,
not
what?
Sure about. Yes,
Who's
I am.
Ukraine here? Who's the Ukraine here?
Everybody else is Ukrainian.
Everyone else.
Everybody is Ukraine. Oh my God. No, we can't all be Ukraine.
Oh my god. All right.
Sorry for Axis. Sorry, Sid Meier's.
Yeah. No, well, it's not like they're not getting your money and your time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nope.
They're
Paid
getting
$17 for an extra expansion
Mhm.
yesterday that I probably won't ever play again.
Oh god, ouch.
Not a chance
Ouch.
of paying anything more for Civ 6.
Ouch. Speaking of expansions, oh my god, DLC. Let's go into our 2 weeks in gaming really quick.
Yep.
I haven't played anything except Conan Exiles. Sorry, not
All right.
sorry.
I played a puzzle game.
Oh, good. What'd you play?
It's called Pedestrian, and it's actually pretty fun. And it's built like a side-to-side game, which I typically don't care for. But the way they did it, you don't really notice that's what it is. and you're working your way through. You're in a warehouse, and then you're in a subway, and you're basically just sort of trying to cross barriers and streets or whatever, walking, just trying to go somewhere. I'm not sure where you're going, but you're trying to go. But it's fun.
Cool.
Cool.
And Sahba already talked about what she did at in DDO, right?
Well, I just want to tell you, I have 45 Reaper points, which is just over 2 million XP.
Oh my
To
god.
get to fill 50, so think about this. I have 2 million XP. To get to 50 Reaper points, it's going to take 2.5 million XP.
Okay.
More or another half million?
Another 500,000. So the first 45 points took me 2 million. The next 5 points is going to take me 500,000. And it's going to get worse from there. And I only get to do crafting at 50. To get my wings, I need 75 Reaper points.
That sounds like a grind.
Well, I'm playing. I'm not grinding.
Yeah.
So it's 75 is.
So you're not thinking about, hey, this is going to get me
No.
such and such many Reaper points. You're
No.
just letting them accrue naturally.
Yeah, I'm just.
Okay.
He's
Yes.
enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Zazo and I are testing, different builds.
Are you at 20 or 30?
We're at 30 doing
You're
Reaper
at 30.
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Rent and I this is going to sound really old news for pretty much everyone in the DDO world. We just TR'd for the first time ever.
You guys were
Ever.
mentioning you're asking questions, so how did that go?
Good.
I like it so far. I like it way more than my last character. And I'm happy. I think I invested in it. I think we both did, didn't we?
Yeah, we tomed up big.
Yeah. We got a +8 Supreme Tome each.
Okay.
They were on
Owning up-
sale,
owning up
so
the coins for the DDO points, and each bought one and spent it on that character, and that's going to be our permanent character going forward.
until we TR again.
So what were you last life, and what are you this life?
We were these are our clerics, right?
Yeah, we both started as clerics in our last life. He was
Yeah, we were doing light and dark clerics. It was great.
Yeah, he was a dirty goody two shoes.
Filthy dark cleric. That's you. Couldn't get your dark stuff to work right.
So what are you now?
What are we
Gnome. I'm a gnome alchemist. Bottle chucker.
Very
now?
cool.
And I am a gnome by mistake.
I
I made a
know,
mistake.
by
on TR.
mistake.
I am a gnome. What am I? A level 2 artificer, and I'm gonna finish with 18 wizard.
Okay, so back me up on this. Now, Tay is an accidental gnome. He kind of wanted to go drow, and I talked him out of it. Because honestly, do you guys think drow is worth it as a class if you have a 32-point build?
Myth goes drow all the time.
Right, but
Yeah.
is it worth it? I mean,
Master class, master race.
Depends on what your
It depends. Right.
class is. Yeah.
I can tell you why I made the mistake, and I think I think everybody would agree with me in this situation, is drow, as part of their racial enhancement tree, get a reduction in their arcane spell failure. And I like to put on some medium armor as an arcane caster.
Right.
You can't do that unless you get some extra kicks to arcane spell failure. You can't do that as a gnome. You can do it with some augments later on in the game, but not early.
is that a racial
That's
trait?
a racial thing for drow.
For drow.
Yeah.
See, I did not know
So
that.
that's why I consider it a true.
Yeah,
So,
I've done
Ren,
that
a lot
before.
of people go certain races because of the racial tree. I have a halfling
just
thrower.
talk-
She's the halfling because things in the racial tree, not
Not because of the stat
yeah.
distribution. Oh, see
I
that.
feel like stat distribution. It's at this point in DDO's development. It's a nominal difference. It's a 1 point mod spec difference, right?
And that's why I thought that drow was a little hamstrung because of the minus con. Bumping that back to anything else, you kind of offset your bonuses. But again, because of the racial tree, yeah, I can see that.
All right, you guys done anything else? And
We brought you both into Conan Exiles. You guys are so married, by the way. You should listen to yourselves. Just you and Tay.
Mary.
You guys are so married. No.
I mean, we were talking about his balls.
Oh my god.
Words are important. We said that at the top of this episode.
No, they're not.
he's gaslighting you. Words aren't important.
Words aren't important. Oh my god. All right, does anybody have anything else to add before I move on to housekeeping?
No.
All right, housekeeping. Our YouTube channel, the Damsels Game YouTube channel, holds our podcasts first now. So please go and subscribe. And you can also go to our website, damselsofddo.com, and you can download it straight from there. We are hosted by Buzzsprout currently. I'm pretty pleased with them so far, so we're just going to stick with them and the free stuff that we're getting. I'm not going to give them any money yet. When is next time? March 5th, it looks like. Yeah, thanks to everyone who joined us for the live show, and stick around for, in a few minutes, we are going to be playing a new game tonight. We're going to play The Ascent with our Xbox Game Pass.
Yay.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Rent and Tay, for being on the show. If you want to plug your social media, now is the time.
Do they have social media?
I don't think so, so I think it's immune. All right. Well, you can email us. Somebody did. Yay. thedamselsgame@gmail.com. We really enjoyed that, and I hope Sahba responded to the person and thanked them. She did, right? Oh my god, it's so quiet. No, my god, you did. Oh my god.
Will.
Anyway.
I'm never gonna email again.
No, it's like, I'm done with you. Twitch. You can follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/thedamselsgame. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Lessah. Mythery is at Mythery1, and Sahba Jade is at Sahba Jade Mythery.
Close the window.
All right, thanks very much for joining us, guys.